Season 3 didn't end well. The league collapsed. People left. No one was happy with each other. And I thought it was the end. I thought that was it for the GBA. It was a good run. It was. But now it's time to move on to other things. GBA ain't coming back. People aren't going to want to watch it again after what just happened. People aren't going to want to join it again after what just happened. Boy, was I wrong. GBA is now one of the more popular things going on currently in the Pokemon community. We haven't even begun. We haven't even started anything yet. Games have not been played. There have been no trades, no free agency pickups. And now here we are with a chance to rectify all of that. We have a chance to turn the fortune of this franchise around. We are a career 10-19 team. No playoff. Never finished over 500 in our 3 seasons. We have the worst season in the history of the GBA. We have a chance to change that right now. We have a chance to put ourselves back. Put ourselves on the right track. We started season 2 2-0. That was the right track. Ended 7-7. Didn't end on the right track, but now we have a chance against the incoming Cincinnati Loudreds to make a name for ourselves. We have the most games played in league history, and we are one of the most forgotten teams in league history. That is not a good trend to be setting, and now we have a shot. A new beginning like the Phoenix. We rise from our own ashes and we can become immortal. But it does not mean week 1 can do anything for us in the long run. It does not mean week 1 can get us a championship, but we can start off week 1 on the highest note. We ended season 3 battle-wise on the highest note we could. Now let's carry that momentum right now to today. I don't know about you guys, but I'm sick and goddamn tired of every pundit, sports writer, and journalist out there. He's gonna pull a Steve. He's gonna lose to a team he should beat. He's gonna make a bad play when it counts. I am sick and tired of hearing, reading, and if I knew Braille, seeing that. So let's change all of our fortune right now. Can we do that? Let's go make some fun. Internet, good morning. My name is Magnitude, and welcome to the GBA Season 4 kickoff. My Milwaukee Sawsbucks versus Movo 19 and his Cincinnati Loudreds. If you have questions for my inevitable weekly press conferences, leave those in the comment section below about week 1, about, I guess, week 2 or the season or whatever. Those are my press conferences. I'll take like 6 or 7 and I'll answer those. So, my team here, you saw the preview. Now, he's not bringing Talent, he's not bringing Gastronaut, which I kind of prepared for, but he's got the Gliscor, he's got the Dragalge, I'm not happy about that. But he has Fortress, was a thing I thought he was going to lead with. That's why I have my Electros, something I can lead with. I'm hoping to catch that Gliscor with a Hidden Power Ice from one of my 2 Hidden Power Ice Pokemon. The Weevil, that's fine. He doesn't really have any physical attackers, so, I mean, he's got Weevil, but that's pretty much it. I kind of expected him to bring more Gallade. So hopefully I can make use of my Intimidates to lower that, but to lower his already bad special attack. So I leave with, or my bad physical attack, I leave with Electros, leave with Fortress. He is going to see the Flamethrower coming from a mile away. He's got those googly glasses on and he goes into this thing to take the damage. That's a respectable amount of damage. I'm thinking there's no way he's a Solve S. He's got to be Choice Spec. I can live this, knock off his item now. I do knock off the item, go to that Choice Spec. No, it is Choice Specs. It is Choice Specs. So, not Assault Vest, so that's A-okay. And now here, I'm going to go into Arcanine. Kind of, you know, now that he's much weaker, I can probably take a hit, even though he's got adaptability. But he got the Hydro Pump we switched to, so a good play in his part, and now I am forced to just go for the Extreme. I could have gone for a Flare Blitz, but I thought that if he was not bulky enough, you know, if he had nothing in HP for whatever reason, I could have potentially taken him out with that Extreme Speed. So, I don't lose Arcanine, I lose one of my biggest checks to Weevil. That was poor. Going into Mega Glade now, I'm obviously going to threaten him. I wish so bad I didn't have to go Mega. Oh my god. Kept adaptability and just fucking run a train. But I do have to go Mega. I'm going to get that Pixelate And that is going to be the end of Dragology. So that's kind of one big threat gone. He goes back into this. Now, he's got a Gyro Ball. I know that. I have the one thing that can take that thing out. It's definitely going to be Landorus. I kind of figured he would Gyro Ball here, so I might as well get that Intimidate up. Now, if I had Hidden Power Fire, this would have been the greatest thing ever. But now, I'm going to get Stealth Rocks up. I figured he's going to get his Rocks up, and I kind of wanted a turn to... if he, let's say he didn't go for that, but I wanted a turn to make sure he does for sure go for Rapid Spin, so I U-turn. I'm going to get a free switch into Electros on his Rapid Spin. I'm going to be able to threaten him out once more. So, I'm obviously going to land the Rapid Spin. So he does go, so I get Electros back in here. Now, I am predicting him to go into Gliscor on my predicted Flamethrower. So I am instead going to make the Hail Mary toss into the end zone. I'm going to go for a knockoff. And he goes into Gliscor, and I get the knockoff. And now his Toxic Orb's gone. He has no way of healing himself. He goes for a substitute, which is strange. I have the Giga Drain. It does not break the sub. I kind of thought, it's neutral, it would break the sub. Does not break the sub. That's kind of poor. He Toxics me, leading me to believe he actually might be Toxic, Protect, Earthquake, Substitute, Gliscor, which makes no sense because my team, when my first two picks are immune to Earthquake. I'm going to bring at least one of those. Probably both of them this week against him because I kind of have to take out that Dragology. But luckily he has no recovery, so Protect is useless. Because the Toxic Orb's gone, so I just got to keep wearing him down. And I'm going to end up losing Electros here. I honestly thought he was going to go for a knockoff at any given point. I thought knockoff, so I'm like, whatever, I'm going to die. I don't need to get a knockoff. But Electros going to go down. Now I have nothing for that Fortress, which is a problem. But in my head, I'm going, it's only a fucking Fortress. I have nothing to worry about. I'll be able to take that on, and I was able to, plan around. If I can get it in on Suicune, I can start getting Combines up. So I'm not too concerned about Fortress. Going back into Mega Gallade, and we are once again going to notch another Mega Gallade kill. Hyper Voice, and that's a dead Gliscor. So Mega Gallade, both of my kills were tied at 4. It's going to be one of those games. He goes into Swiper. Now here, I really thought, I was like, alright. Suicune is the answer. A max defense. This is gonna be the key. Air Flood putting up a 3. It's well, he's playing some defense. He's boxing out, he's boxing out the opponent's big man, and it's not gonna be that much at all. So that's gonna be great news. And now, if I actually had leftovers and not my Resto Chesto set, I would have been much happier in this scenario. But he is gonna go into Keldeo to take. I have Hidden Power Grass that I could go for. I figured, let's get a burn off. He's probably life up anyway. No, he is leftover, so he's bulky, which means he actually might have Substitute, and I am in fact going to predict that Substitute and go back into Mega Gallade with that Hyper Voice, which is going to pass right through that sweet Southern style Substitute. That's $10.99 now on their new Friday Fun Day meals. Bring a child, get a free medium soda, and eat that Southern style Hyper Voice. Hidden Power Fire would have been the one. Hidden Power Fire right here would have been the one. But I had wished that Hidden Power Fire would have taken out the Fortress, and then we would have been well on our way to a 4-0. But not the case, so we got to play around. We got a Suicune in here. That's just fine. I'm too afraid to go for Combine because he's still got that impending threat of that Mega Manetric. And now the spikes are no good. No bueno on the spikes, but I wish I had leftovers really bad. He's got to switch out. He doesn't want to get burned, I guess. But he goes into Mega Man, which is interesting. It's going to be his Mega Manetric. I am going to Scald him. Here, I thought for a long time. I was like, you know what? He's going to flat out go for a Thunderbolt. He's going to do it. He's going to go for a Thunderbolt, and I have the perfect item for when he switches over to Hidden Power Ice. He is this moment of him becoming Mega was so stressful for me because if we went for Hidden Power Ice, I would have been in such big trouble. But he went for Thunderbolt, which is fantastic news. There, Thunderbolt, there it is. And now I have the Yachi Berry, Hidden Power Ice. Is it gonna work? Does the Yachi Berry work to succeed? Living at night, living on a prayer. Take my hand and we'll make it, I swear. Whoa, living on a prayer. And then, the guitar hits. But that's awesome news, but he has Weevil. Has Weevil gonna knock off, and that's gonna take that out. So I have Max Defense Suicune, which is gonna take this thing, right? It has to. It has to. Those spikes, that spikes damage is fucking a lot of damage. But I'm still Max Defense, does about 30-ish%, and it does the most it could have done. And at this point, I realize going in as a 96 to 25. If he goes Fortress here, I am the loser. And he goes in a Fortress. Or no, he goes in a Keldeo because he didn't want to take 2 Dragon Pulses on Fortress. Like, he's going to go in a Keldeo, that way he can get Fortress and safely going to weather me down so he can come in an Ice Shard with Weevil. And that was his plan. So I got him down 2. It's 2-2, down to the wire. But as soon as he goes in the Fortress and I see just how little damage this Dragon Pulse does. If I was modest, I might have been able to do a little more. But I don't. Gyro Ball, and this is the point where I realize as a 96 to 25 super heavy favorite, I once again lose. So I am going to open the season up 0-1. Slops and props as the game winds down. Funny enough, if I had actually Volt switched out instead of knocking off with Electros, I could have gotten into Landers, threaten it out, and then I Hidden Power Ice and Landers for his inevitable switch into Gliscor, so that would have been a better move. But hindsight, I didn't think I needed to save Electros there. Arcanine just did nothing. That was just poor. If I Hidden Power Fire again, that's when he wouldn't have been a fucking issue. Would have won this game with Hidden Power Fire, which is a bummer. But also for, yeah, Arcanine didn't really do anything, which leads me to believe I didn't actually need it, because I could have just used Electros. But I let Electros die against Gliscor because I was so convinced. If I had known that he was the one attacking set, I would have gone into Landers and saved Electros for at least one, one flamethrower on Fortress. That didn't happen. So I made some good plays. I made some predictions, but it was that Dragology, which I knew was going to be a problem all week, and it ended up still being a problem for me. It's funny, in my pregame, in my Meet the Coach, I was like, I don't need a, a Steel type. Well, Poison isn't that big of a thing. Because Toxic wasn't drafted, but it turns out week 1 I'm against the fucking most powerful poison in the world. Now I could have gone for Assault Vest Muck, but I would have to take something else out, and I wouldn't have felt comfortable with that because like half of his team beats Muck anyway. Turns out he didn't bring that half that could have beaten it. I mean, he could have had Hidden Power Psychic on Keldeo for all I know, and that would have been kind of funny. Or he could have just subbed up and Combined, and I would have fucking lost. So, but 0-1, only at 2-0, and in standard me form, I lose, but it's not that badly. I don't think I played that poorly. Hindsight's 20/20. I feel like I made the right moves at the time, but as the game went on, I realized I made the wrong move. So here is to week 2 and against the Winnipeg Aqua Jets, and look forward to the press conference. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.